to my channel. My name is Grace, and if you're new here, I'm the crochet designer behind stitchberryblog.com, where I share a ton of free crochet patterns. So if you love cozy, timeless, simple crochet patterns, I will have my website linked down below. And today's vlog is a little bit of a design vlog slash cozy crafting, kind of, I guess, filming whatever I want vlog. I just started a new crochet design, so I'm really excited to share a little bit more progress on this, because this is going to be the perfect dainty feminine spring and summer design. So I can't wait to talk about that. And if you saw my last vlog, which I will have linked down below, I'm working on this bag design where I have the purse frame, and so then I'll kind of like fold in like that. So I had started this second sample in that video, so I'm at the point where I need to sew the lining, so I need to do that. Today's Friday, so I'm hoping to make this a little cozy crafting, making, productive weekend vlog. We'll see. I'm trying to film my vlogs in shorter spurts of time, like the last vlog I did. I think I filmed it over like a month, which is totally fine. I'm trying to get back into a more consistent schedule here on YouTube, and so obviously if I'm filming a vlog over like a month, that's, you know, a month's worth of content that I'm not posting. So I'm hoping to stay consistent this weekend with vlogging, because I think it'd be really fun to just have a little cozy weekend together and do lots of crafting. I am normally super busy on the weekends, but this weekend is a little bit, hopefully, going to be a little bit slower, and I have a lot of fun crafty things planned. So I am hoping tomorrow to have the time to work on sewing in the lining for this. Would be amazing, because I'm at the point with this where I need to do that before I can complete this bag. And with this second prototype, I need to see if this version works before I know that I can continue with the pattern, if that makes sense. And I kind of talked more about this design in my last vlog, and I show like my first sample and things like that in there. But this morning I just started the second sample of a new crochet design. So I love crocheting little ribbons and neck scarves. I think that they are just the sweetest design and pattern, and I just have a lot of fun making them, and I feel like they're super versatile. So I knew I wanted to do a little neck scarf design for this spring and summer, and I'm pretty sure I've talked about this in the past. When I'm doing more what I would consider simple crochet patterns, I really like to add a lot of variation and tips and modifications in the pattern, because I do also like to sell the pattern as a PDF. I feel like adding in lots of variations makes it worth the money, if that makes sense. So for most of this week, I was working on trying to figure out the perfect stitch pattern, and I was swatching a ton. Here is my little swatch. It's very subtle and it's kind of hard to see, but I have like 4 or 5 variations in this one swatch. Like every like 4 or 5 rows I was like, oh, okay, I want to try something new. So I finally came up with a little stitch pattern that I am really happy with, and that works with the increasing and decreasing really well. So one variation in the pattern that I want to do is a little hair ribbon headband situation. So I just grabbed some scraps from my stash, and I've been working on oh gosh, I've been working on this little sweet hair ribbon. I'm almost done with it. I think I need to do a couple or a few more rows to add some more length, and then I can start the decreasing. It's kind of hard to see with the hair ribbon because it is so thin, but it has this really pretty texture to it. I really like it. I think it's just very sweet and feminine and dainty, exactly my style. So this is the hair ribbon version. So now I'm starting on more of like the neck scarf version. I have this beautiful yarn. Oh my gosh, it's stunning. From, is it Wonderland Fibers? I think so. And I think the colorway is Tea Time. It is so beautiful. It's a cream base and it has different speckles of pink and yellow, and it is beautiful. So I think this is going to make a lovely neck scarf. So I want to do a wider version. I can't decide if I want this to just come around my neck once and tie it, or if I want to make it long enough where you can like start in the front, wrap around, and come back around and tie it, if that makes sense. I can't decide. I do have a full 100 grams here, which I know that I could do the version where I like can wrap it around twice instead of just like that. I don't know if that makes sense. But I do know that this version will be like the biggest version of the pattern. And then I want to take this yarn out and I want to make a version that is in between like the hair ribbon and the scarf. Like I think I want this to be a mini scarf that has honestly almost about the width of this swatch, maybe a little bit wider, and this one I know I want to just wrap around once. So actually, yes, actually just talking about this helped me to decide that I want this one to be able to wrap around the neck and wrap around the back and then come back into the front to tie it. And then this one will be like a little mini neck scarf, and then this one will be the hair ribbon. I really have been working on trying to add lots of value to my patterns. Not that my patterns don't have value. I think this is just an area that I have been growing in as a designer in the last few years, where I just really want to be intentional with my designs. So hopefully I can make a lot of progress on this weekend. Like I said, neck scarves are honestly one of my favorite things to make. They're so fun and they're just so easy. So anyways, I'm going to sit here and enjoy my coffee and work on this a little bit more. I actually have to leave in about 30 minutes or so, so I don't think I will get a ton more progress done, but I'm just going to enjoy my nice slow morning. I also fed my starter this morning, my sourdough starter, and I really want to make my first loaf of flavored bread this weekend. I think that that would be really fun. I've only done like plain artisan loaves so far, and I really want to venture out into flavored bread. So I'm currently debating between doing a tomato basil bread or a jalapeno cheddar. I think both would be delicious. So I'm just trying to figure out which one I want to do this weekend. We'll see, because I also do need to decide, because I need to go to the store and get the things for that. So anyways, I'm going to watch some YouTube and sip on my coffee and make some progress on this little scarf. So it is currently 5 p.m. and do I have any business making coffee? No, I don't. Do I really want coffee? Yes, I do. So I think I'm just gonna make a little latte. Because it is so late, I have my cute little Nespresso pods displayed in this glass that I thrifted. I think I'm just going to do a single pod, so I try to minimize how much caffeine I have this late at night. Or not late, but it's getting later. And while I'm making myself a little iced latte, I think I'm gonna do like the teddy bear latte that's kind of been going around TikTok. This was probably like a month ago, of honey, brown sugar, and cinnamon. I think I'm going to do that. So I think I mentioned this morning that I fed my sourdough starter this morning, and I keep forgetting the last couple times I've made sourdough is I'm used to doing a 3-day process with my sourdough. So I feed my sourdough on day 1, and then I let it rise overnight or double in size, become active, whatever, overnight. And then on the second day is when I make my dough, do stretch and folds, all of that stuff. And then the third day is when I bake it. And I keep forgetting, now that it is getting warmer outside, the starter, it doubles in size a lot faster, and it doesn't need like the 24 hours or a day for it to be ready to use. So I was planning on making my sourdough tomorrow, but because I fed it today and it's ready to use, I could just feed it again today. But I'm really trying not to have a ton of sourdough discard. For some reason, I'm just like not super interested in using the sourdough discard in other recipes. I just like really don't have time, and I just don't want it to be my fridge, but I also don't want it to go to waste. I don't want to be throwing away the discard either. So my plan is, since I don't have the ingredients to do one of the savory sourdoughs that I wanted to do today, tomorrow I'm going to go to the store. I'm going to get everything I need to make a savory loaf. But today I think I'm going to start a cinnamon swirl sourdough loaf. I've never done that before because I have cinnamon and I have everything that I need to make that. So I think I'm going to go ahead and start that. It shouldn't take too long, and yeah, I'm really excited to see how it turns out. Like I said, I've never done like a cinnamon swirl bread, so I'm really, really excited. Okay, I have a little bit of an announcement. A new hobby has been unlocked. I am officially now a spinner. So a little bit of a backstory. I always thought spinning would be fun, but it was never something super duper on my radar of like things that I need to do. But like it always looked fun to, you know, make your own yarn. And at my local yarn store, there is a ton of spinners, and the owner was so generous to let me borrow her e-wheel or e-spinning wheel. I don't know what it's called. An electric spinner, so that I could test out spinning before I commit to buying a wheel. So I'm having a lot of fun. I'm trying to figure out how to like fit this into my routine of knitting and crocheting, but I'm taking it slow and I'm having a lot of fun, and it's fun to be working with fiber but doing something new at the same time. So I'm really, really enjoying it. I have all of these beautiful muted colors. Another lady who comes to the yarn store, she's so sweet. She gifted me this fiber because she's a big spinner, and she's been helping me with my spinning, and so she gifted me some small amounts of fiber. So I've been spinning it into this beautiful yarn. So I've been breaking the yarn into, or not yarn, I'm used to saying yarn. I've been breaking the fiber into these lengths that are, I don't know, maybe like 2 feet, 18 inches, and then spinning that into it and then putting another color in. So it's going to have this almost like variegated look. This is my first bobbin of fiber, and then I have some cream fiber that I'm going to spin that, and then I'm going to ply the cream in with this, so it's going to have this really lovely marled look. So I'm really excited. I think I'm going to sit here, do some more spinning, maybe for like half an hour, 45 minutes. I am in a good groove right now, and it's just really fun and really therapeutic. So if you have the opportunity to learn how to spin, I highly recommend it. It is so fun and it's just so relaxing, and I love just like putting a YouTube video on and I just will spin, and it's amazing and I love it. Okay, I'm heading out to the yarn store to do some knitting and crocheting there. So I'm going to show you the projects that I'm bringing. The first one is just a super simple vanilla sock. You saw this in my last vlog. I have the first sock done and I'm working on the second sock. How far am I into this leg? I'm almost there. I have about maybe 20 more rounds, so definitely not going to finish the leg, but I do want to bring this in case I want to work on it. But I think my main focus is going to be my sweet little scarf. I did quite a bit of progress yesterday. Obviously this part is going to be like the fastest part of the whole project with all of the increases, so it looks like a lot more than what it actually is, but also I'm really happy with how far I got yesterday. So I'm probably going to work on this for most of the time. I'm not planning on staying more than probably a couple hours at the yarn store, just because I also have to do grocery shopping and I still have other things that I need to get done here. But it'll be really nice to get out, go enjoy some time with some other knitters and crocheters. Hello, it is now Sunday. I got back yesterday from the yarn store and I was just in a cleaning mood. I did so much cleaning. I baked the cinnamon bread, I started the jalapeno cheddar bread, and I just cleaned the place. It desperately needed it. So I had a really productive day yesterday, and then I ended up FaceTiming one of my friends, so that was really good. So I didn't get any more filming done yesterday, and kind of just been in the same thing today of just being really productive. I currently have the jalapeno cheddar bread in the oven right now. It is almost done. It literally smells amazing. I cannot wait to try it. And I forgot to update you guys on the cinnamon swirl bread. You can't really see that much of a swirl. Oh, will it focus? Yeah, you can't really see much of a swirl. I had a hard time tasting it yesterday. I didn't really measure the cinnamon brown sugar part, and so I was just kind of layering that onto the bread. And I wish I'd measured more because it definitely needs more. I can taste the cinnamon more today, I think, now that it sat overnight and it's cooled down more. So it is good. It does need more cinnamon sugar. I do need to bake it longer. Like, the top got very brown and then the bottom is like pale. So I think I need to lower the temperature in my oven and add more cinnamon sugar to it. So it's a really easy recipe, so I definitely plan on making it again. Now that I know those two things, hopefully my next loaf of that will be a lot better. And for another quick little update from yesterday, I finished spinning all of the colored fiber, which is so exciting. So now I need to start on the cream wool that I have, and I will just ply that whole thing up into a bobbin like this, and so then I can ply those two together. So I'm really happy. It was my goal to finish this bobbin this week, and I'm really excited. I feel like I improved way more towards the end. It's way more even and consistent compared to the beginning, and I think it looks great. So I'm really excited to start on the cream probably sometime next week, so that will be really exciting. Okay, I have you propped up on a pillow, so let's see if that stays. My final update from yesterday is my progress on this sweet little scarf. Currently the working name for this is the Elsie scarf. I don't know if I will keep that name or if I will change it, but I made, I feel like, a decent amount of progress. I was somewhere down here. I did about this much on Friday, and then I did this much at the yarn store yesterday. So that's really exciting and really good. And yeah, I'm just obsessed with how it is turning out. So I think I might maybe work on this. I can't decide if I want to work on this right now or if I just want to work on my socks. I did get a little bit of knitting done yesterday when I was FaceTiming my friend, but I did not work on this at the yarn store, so we'll see. I don't know. I feel like I'm kind of just feeling simple sock knitting right now. I think that's kind of what I'm feeling. I was hoping to work on the bag lining today, at least start that, but it is later in the afternoon, I think maybe around 4 or 5, and I'm just now sitting down for the day to relax. So I kind of don't really want to work on that. I enjoy sewing, but sewing is not the same type of relaxation that knitting and crocheting is, and because I've just been up and doing stuff all day, I think I just want to sit on the couch and knit. I think that sounds really nice, and eat some fresh bread. I think I'm going to make a coffee, make a little iced latte. I made an almond croissant syrup yesterday. I didn't follow a recipe. I just did water, brown sugar, honey, almond extract, and cake batter extract, and it's really good. So I think I'm going to make a little almond croissant latte and sit down and get some more knitting done today. you.